What's up, Mullen fans? Welcome back for another video. Appreciate you all for tuning in for another one. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I call it how I see it. I keep it real with you guys, and I tell you the good and the bad. But looking at this latest 8K, I think it's really fucked up what David and the company is doing to shareholders. Some people need to be in handcuffs. I don't see how people can find positive in this 8K when majority of it comes with strings. And from what I'm seeing, the positives that we do see come with more dilution to shareholders, as well as the CEO getting more money and shares. Now, just like I said what happened, I am currently not holding any shares of Mullen Automotive. I told you guys in previous videos that if a reverse stock split was approved, I will not be sticking around for that. I will still, however, be covering Mullen Automotive stock to answer any questions or any other content. But in my honest opinion, from what I'm seeing, shareholders have been in the middle of a theft cycle, and it looks like another one is starting based off of these proposals and these performance award agreements and incentive plans. This section right here in the AK talks about the total number of shares as of June 22nd, 2023, 643 million. It also talks about the total number of votes present, 325 million, as well as the preferred stockholders, those toxic people behind the scene. They are able to convert those into common stock, and they are also implemented in the voting as well. Series A preferred stockholders alone were entitled to 1,000 votes for each share of Series A preferred stock. And that 52 million share incentive plan was approved by vote of stockholders as follows. The proposal required affirmative vote of a majority of the voting power of the outstanding shares of common stock Series A preferred stock and Series C preferred stock. Pay attention to this text for Proposal 3, the vote for reverse stock split. It says, on July 17, 2023, the Delaware governor signed into law amendments of the Delaware General Corporation Law, DGCL, effective as of August 1st, 2023, which is days before the shareholder meeting, providing that the required stockholder vote for an amendment to a company's certificate of incorporation effectuating a reverse stock split would be approved if the votes cast for such amendment exceeds the votes cast against such amendment, assuming the presence of a quorum, and if the shares meet the listing requirement of the National Securities Exchange on which they are listed relating to the minimum number of holders immediately after such amendment becomes effective, the new vote requirement. As described in the proxy statements, the board reserved the right to cause Proposal 3 to be passed under the new vote requirement. Wow. Furthermore, the board exercised its right and authorized the application of the new vote requirement to Proposal 3, such that this proposal would be approved by a vote of stockholders at the 2023 annual meeting if the votes cast for such proposal exceeds the votes cast against such proposal. Under the new vote requirement, abstentions had no effect on the approval of the proposal. Holders of shares of common stock Series A preferred stock and Series C preferred stock voting on an as converted to common stock basis were entitled to cast votes on this Proposal 3. The proposal was approved under the new vote requirement as follows. So guys, this is crazy. A new vote requirement signed by Delaware government on July 17th so happened to come in effect on August 1st, days before the shareholder meeting. And that requirement allows vote on state of incorporation when it comes to reverse stock split to be approved based on if the votes for exceed the votes against. All of these preferred stockholders, which is the toxic lenders that are financing Mullen Automotive, are enabled and entitled to cast their votes on Proposal 3. Because David was issuing more stock to these lenders for quick cash, and that quick cash came with more interest that he had to pay, as well as dilution on shareholders. Something else that is just wild to me is the reset cycle of these performance stock award agreements. look at the fine print on what it's talking about, whether it's for B1, B2 milestones in 2025 or not. It says for each vehicle completion milestone set forth below that is satisfied within the performance period specified, the company will issue to participant a number of shares of common stock equal to 3% of Mullen's then current total issued and outstanding shares of common stock. And there you go. These milestones that are supposed to be positive come with increase in shares, which has a dilutive effect on shareholders because it increases the amount of shares outstanding, in turn making more shares available in the market to be short or sold into the open market. Also down here where it talks about battery development milestones, says for each battery development milestone set forth below that is satisfied within the performance period specified, the company will issue to participant a number of shares of common stock equal to 2% of Mullen's then current total issued and outstanding shares of common stock. So you got the 52 million share incentive plan that got approved, which is going to issue more shares of stock as well. Then you got the performance stock award agreement that's going to issue a percentage of shares to that participant when these milestones are reached. And you know, David doesn't have to do much to meet these milestones, but he still continues to get paid. And we've seen many announcements being made with no follow-ups. And those directors that just got reelected, Kent Puckett and some others, those are the ones that have been coming up with these performance stock award agreements for David, and they just got reelected for a 3-year term ending in 2026. So let me know what you guys think, because most should know by now that a reverse stock split is coming, still pending the exact ratio, depending on the price, depending on what PR is released from now until then. And do you think that Mullen will be able to sustain or survive after reverse stock split based off this information in the 8K? If each piece of news is followed by issuing shares to dilute shareholders, do you think David really cares where the price go if he's getting paid regardless? Do you think that a new round of these incentive plans and performance stock award agreements confirms that there is another toxic cycle starting in Mullen Automotive? Let me know your thoughts. I know there's a lot of negativity in this video, but Mullen does have some events coming up, and I want to know if you are still willing to support David and Mullen or not. We know that Mullen Automotive can make runs here and there off of news, but will it be enough for longs, or would it just be a day trader's dream? Hope you guys find this information valuable, and I will catch you in the next video. I'm gone.